What's good? Welcome back to Sonic Superstars. We're on the final zone, man. Egg Fortress Zone. And, this one, honestly, really solid way to end the game. Zone-wise. We'll get to the fucking final boss in a minute. But, like, this zone is really cool, and I like it a lot. I swear to God, guys, I'm usually not this bad. I don't know what's happening to me today. Don't worry about it. We'll lock in, and we're gonna do great. But this is a really cool zone, and I really like what they do for both Act 1 and Act 2. One big flaw I think it has, and something that I noticed especially when playing this for the first time, was that they really don't know how to do fortresses in this game, or like mechanical areas, because all of them kind of look and feel the exact same. Like, this doesn't do anything for me that any other, classic Sonic Fortress thing hasn't already done. So, like, it doesn't give me unique vibes. Because, there was always some metallic fortress zone in a game, in classic Sonic games. It was, like, Metropolis Zone, there was... Honestly, you know what? This feels like the first ever, Metropolis-esque zone they did. What was that called? Something, in Sonic 1, I'm so dumb, bro. What is it called? How am I forgetting this? You know the one I'm talking, the final zone in that game. I can't be this dumb, dog. I really can't. Like, I love that game. But I'm losing my mind or something. Drop dashed in the wrong way. I'm doing great so far, guys. I swear. I swear I'm better than this normally. But no, yeah, like, it doesn't do anything for me that other classic Sonic stages haven't already done. And I think the only thing that really makes this zone stand out is the level gimmicks it uses, and the kind of gameplay identity that it makes for itself. So, I like this one. This one's really cool. I like the fact that you can jump off of walls and shit. Like, even on my first playthrough, when I was playing through a kind of buggy release of the game, with friends, like, doing that was fire, and all of my friends thought that was such a cool gimmick, that you could just, like, go anti-gravity mode and then jump around and leap on the side of the walls and do like some spaceman jump. Super cool. Super, super cool. And then we're gonna see one later in Act 2 that I think honestly saves this entire zone. Like, it makes this whole zone so cool. And I'm a huge fan of it. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, we're just living. And, now that we're on the final episode, I can do a little bit of waxing poetic. And I can ask you guys, like, what do you think about this game? I've been getting a lot of comments recently talking about how they either think this game's okay, or some stages are better than I say they are, or some stages are worse than I say they are, or this entire game is better or worse than I say it is. You know, things like that. And I've liked hearing a lot of the diverse perspectives on it, because this entire game is very polarizing. And I think you've seen, at least through my playthrough, why it's like that for me. On an individual level, why I think it's so difficult to really pinpoint how to feel about this game. Because there are a lot of things it does really, really well, and then sometimes it's just, little doo-doo dog shit. And then sometimes it's, really good, and sometimes it's just pretty good, and then sometimes it's really bad, and sometimes it's just, like, a little bad. We're in this weird zone of things. This is something I also haven't talked about, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed this, but there are some rings put in the middle of these platforms, and sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't, because you are actually moving around in a 3D plane, unlike in classic Sonic games where you'd go on a spinny thing and it would just kind of push you from side to side and you wouldn't be moving, you'd be moving in one plane. But now you're actually doing this little weird spin, so unless you jump, you're not going to get all of the rings that are in these little lines. Not a big deal, but it is something that you can see from time to time as you play through the game. It's like this weird little inconsistency. So, there you go. That's fun. Did I just come out of a wall? Out of nothing? I've never seen that before. I don't think I've actually played this stage this well, because the farther I get into it, usually the worse and worse I play. But, hey, who knows? Maybe I'm just so good at Sonic. Maybe you guys should like and subscribe, because I'm so good at Sonic. You're never going to find another Sonic player like me. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I've just never played Sonic so good in my life before. It's okay. Take the hit. Take the hit. Come on, grab a ring. Oh, yeah. That's how I play, bro. I play dangerously. You're not going to find someone else like that. When people play classic Sonic, bro, they turn their brain on. Me, I go back and spin dash for the same ring over and over and over again. I play dangerously. But, no. This zone's really cool. I like it. And you can tell that it's, like, taking some of its inspiration from, you know, Egg... I didn't know that it wouldn't actually follow me at full speed. I've always thought that it did follow me at full speed. I've never had that happen to me before. I've never had it happen to me twice. That's crazy. Thank God for no lives, honestly, because I would not be thriving right now if I did not have no lives. Guys, help me. I'm losing my mind a little bit. We're on the final push, and every single time I get to the final push of any Sonic game, I start tweaking a little bit. My hands start shaking, the Parkinson's comes out, and I start saying shit, bro. I just start saying things. It's like I got Alzheimer's. That's inappropriate. I'm so sorry. It's really not funny. It's awful. It's terrible. So many families suffer from it, and it's not something that should be joked about. Goodbye. Goodbye, Sonic. I'm sorry. How much more stuff do I have to do? This level's not that hard. Honestly, Act 2 is way harder. But I don't know. It's cool. It's not bad. Just wish it was more aesthetically pleasing. There's just, like... That's it, man. I think that's my big takeaway from this level. It would have been so fucking awesome if it had its own visual identity. But because it doesn't have its own visual identity, it just loses out so much. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate to say that the aesthetic is what's kind of ruining it for me right now. But that was Act 1. And Act 2 is going to look a little familiar. Because I think what's really cool, even though this has no, like, story explanation at all, Eggman has gotten a hold of this fucking mind, or this time control device, and he just flips time backwards. I guess it has something to do with the ruins that were on the wall or whatever. I don't know. No one cares. No one should care. But it flips backwards, and now we're playing the level in reverse, which is so cool. And I think everyone and their mother who's played this game has at the very least talked about how cool this thing is, and how cool the concept is that you're playing the entire level in reverse and you're trying to get through everything as it's getting put back together. Like, that's sick. That is so sick. And the fact that every single gimmick in this level was intentionally designed with the idea that you're going to be going in reverse in Act 2, so cool. Like, this is one of my favorite zones in the game. It's just so sick. It's so sick to have to avoid all these enemies that are coming back to life that you've already killed, and jump on these platforms that are moving back up that have already fallen down. So sick. So sick. Let's see if we can get another Chaos Emerald. I don't really need one at this point. I've already talked about the fact that I'm not going to be using this play file? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Why am I... Are you good, Andrew? Like, are you tweaking? But, yeah, I'm not going to be using this play file for anything else in this playthrough. I'm probably going to be using my old one. But, yeah, it's fine. I'm definitely not getting it. I'm going to kill myself. Oh, no, I missed it. Shoot. The heck, man. I don't know if you could tell. I don't really care. I don't know if you can tell. I'm kind of joking around a little bit. But yeah, man, super cool. Super cool. I love this level so much. And that does mean there's, like, less for me to talk about in the second half of it, because not a whole lot's going on that we haven't already seen. But it's all just happening in reverse. And I like the idea of, like, switching this shit up and making you go to the left instead. It forces your brain to think in a bit of a different way. And I really fuck with it. It's super cool. By the way, I only found out that you can do the little jumpy thing, where you jump on the walls after the Act 1 ended. Because I accidentally went onto a wall and then fucked it up. Dude, why did it do that? What? I didn't know you could do this. You can just kind of spin it. It'll give you a little forward momentum. That's cute, too. This gimmick just gets, like, cooler and cooler each time I see more of it and I learn more of it. And I know that we've had a lot of... Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. We're not gonna worry about that ring anymore. I've given up all hope. But the more I see about this gimmick, the cooler and cooler it gets. Let's take it a little easy, because I do need to get some rings. Alright, good. We're good. We're chilling. We're chillaxing. We're good. We're chillaxing, maxing, acting all cool. Playing b-ball outside our school. Won a couple of guys. They were up to no good. What was the rest of it? Started making trouble in my neighborhood. Got in one little fight. My mom saw I was scared. She said moving with the auntie and uncle in Bel Air. I've never seen that show, by the way. That's all from... I don't know why I know that, actually. It's kind of a waste of brain space if I don't ever talk about that show and I don't know anything other than those opening lines. And all it does is, like, making me sing that shit whenever I hear... What was the starting line again? Whenever I hear the starting line, I'm losing my shit, bro. And we aren't even at the worst part yet. This is a really fun prelude to one of the worst pieces of content in this game. And I'm really excited to show that off for you guys today. But I've been emotionally prepping myself for it this entire playthrough. And every single time I've said, this is the worst thing in the game, this is the worst thing in the game, and then I switch my tone. I'm like, well, it's one of the worst things in the game. It's not the worst thing, it's just one of the worst things. It's because of this shit, bro. It's because of the thing that's coming up. You guys gotta sit back and you gotta relax, because you're about to see some dog shit, bro. Dog shit. I've never seen something more, I think, hated by the Sonic community than this. Actually, you know what? No, the Trip Final Boss is hated more. But less people have seen that, because less people have given enough of a shit to play that area, or that area, that part of the game. Because, like, dude, you beat the whole game, you end off on the most exhausting thing possible, and then they're like, yeah, go back in for round 2. By the way, it's only more annoying now. Fuck that, man. I'm not doing that. And I think most people felt the same way. Which is why I feel like Trip's story hasn't gotten a whole lot of coverage, and probably will never get a whole lot of coverage. I will be playing it, but I will also be taking a break and playing literally anything else in the meantime. Do I get a second chance? Does God really want to give this to me? You really want me to get the green one? Alright, baby. I'll try on this one. I'll actually try. I'll lock in, and I'll try to memorize the pattern, and I'll try to think about where it's going, and I'll go as high as I can. We're going to take a little left here. Hold, hold, hold. It'll be coming through soon. No, too high. Hold, hold, hold. Coming through soon, coming through soon. It's going to go up again. Too far away? Yep, that's all right. The way you have to get through this one is you have to memorize the pattern. That's the way you can do a lot of these special stages pretty easily. I think the reason people hate these special stages so much isn't actually because of the concept behind them, but rather the inconsistency of the homing mechanic. Because otherwise, I think people would really fuck with these stages. Because I honestly like them. I'm really surprised that didn't home in. That's okay. I really like them. I think they're cool. I just wish that, you know, I could have homed in on this shit by now, because I've been within 2.5 centimeters of it, and the game's just like, no, we don't want you to do that. Okay. I'm really not tripping about it. Ah, you see what I did there? Ah. Someone needs to take me out behind back and shoot me. I need to go behind a shed, and I need to get put down like Little Billy. That's what I called my dog. Little Billy was my dog. His name was Lil Billy. We took him out back behind the shed. Got a limp leg, and we were like, well, you can't go hunting no more. We gotta kill you. That's not what happened. I don't know if you can tell. I'm making shit up. I'm pulling shit out my ass. My dog lived a very long, happy, and healthy life. Fuck you guys. He loved me very much. But yeah. I should get taken out behind the shed like that fake dog I made. Someone needs to kill me, Bree. I'm not gonna do it myself. I'm too headstrong for that. I'm built too different. So someone else gotta do it for me. I'm not stopping until I get that. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep making Sonic content. I'm gonna keep making fire YouTube videos until someone stops me. And if we're the last people on Earth... Have you guys heard that? It's not a great sound clip, but it's like... Would you date me? I'm gonna censor it a little bit. Would you date me if we were the last 2 people on Earth? And the girl's like, hell nah. He's like, if we the last 2 people on Earth, who gonna stop me? And it's like, that was said live on live stream, bro. Like, you're really gonna out yourself like that? It's insane. You're fucking nuts. I can't remember who said that. Was that Speed? Nah, I think I'm making that shit up, bro. I don't know. Really, really gross shit. But, I heard a lot of people quoting that, so now it's unfortunately kind of part of my vernacular. So I gotta rip that out. Who gonna stop me? I gotta tear that shit out, and find something else. But we're here. Welcome to easily the worst final boss. Not only in classic Sonic history, potentially in Sonic history. I might throw that out there. It is not good. And it's easily the worst part of this game. And we're going to get through it together. And it'll be beautiful, and it'll be a nice, touching moment where we come together as a people, and we understand and realize how fucking dog shit this game is in some cases. But this this little blue missile mechanic that I think appeared in Mania for the first time is coming back. The reason it was used so much in a lot of the earlier bosses was because we got to use it in the final one here. It's not too bad in this case. You have to kind of look around for where the blue thing is going to be. It comes down slower, so it's not too awful until you get to some of the later phases. But you got to get behind his back so he doesn't block it. And then that's it for now. It gets worse. The reason that this boss is kind of ass is because you really have to know what he's going to fucking do before he does it. And if you don't, then you're just done. And then there's also a time limit for it later. And this is one of the longest bosses in the game, if not the longest boss in the game. So you have to, you gotta work for it, man. You gotta work for it. And if you fuck it up and you gotta restart because the time limit runs out and it insta-kills you, because by the way, look at the top left, time limit, womp, 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 there it is. Then you gotta do it all over again. It's really bad. There's a lot of things here that just should not be put together in a classic Sonic boss. And it makes for one of the worst experiences I've ever had fighting this. I actually, when I was playing this with my friends, we never beat the game. We got here, but we never beat the game, man. Like, this was enough. Like, we didn't want to play anymore after this. Just spin dash and spin dash off on that part, by the way. Or else you will not make it in time and you'll fall and everything will go bad and you'll die and it'll be terrible. Let me get this last ring. Thank you. We didn't beat this game, though, because we got here and we were like, this is fucking awful. None of us are having a good time anymore. We've played through all the zones, so all the actual fun shit that you're going to get to see in the game. Why would we waste our time with this? He's going to turn around, now I have to do all this shit over again. But wait, I have to jump! Nah, that didn't work. That's okay. We're fine, guys, we're fine. I'm going to go this way. Hopefully I can get a better vantage point on this shit and find the blue thing this time. I think it's back this way. Hold on, he's gonna shoot it one more time. We're gonna go... No, I need the rings, though. Okay, so he's gonna spin again. Grab the rings. Our time limit's running out. We'll be okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. But I need to be a little careful. The also other annoying part is that you actually have to do all this shit. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? You can't just use your emerald powers and, call it a day. You actually have to fucking try. Okay, we'll run with the one. We'll be fine with one. Hopefully. Where is it, dude? Where the fuck is it, man? Where is it going? Oh my god, are you serious? Okay, we're fine, we're fine. It's right there, so I have to keep the movement up, or else I'm not gonna get to it. No, it's gotta be this way. It's gotta be this way. This way? Blue one, yes. Okay, finally, holy shit. We only have 2 minutes left, and if we die, again, we have to do it all over again. Which would be so fucking... No! Don't tell me. Don't. No. 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 Okay, I'll cut back to where I was before. We are about where I was before. I don't know if I'm gonna make this one actually work. But we'll see. Where is this fucking blue thing? Yes! Oh my god. I'm built different. I'm simply him. I'm simply him. Do your little thing. Don't phase me through the ground this time, bitch. Thank you. So we're back to where I was before. And it took a minute, but we're here. And let's keep it up. We only have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. This is not looking ideal. Because guess what? This is phase fucking 1. Phase 1 of 2. So we have to do a little bit more after this. Let's see, where is this going to end up? Where is it going to land? Knew it. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Phase 1 is done. And now in a minute, we've got to get through phase 2. This shit is so ass. And by the way, if we die here, we don't restart from phase 2. We restart from phase 1. Just because they love you that much. They love us that much, guys. He's going to reuse his little time thing. Worst, you know how I said that was really cool 5 seconds ago? Worst thing ever invented. Worst thing known to man. And, he's gonna make us do it again. No, it's a little different this time, but it's not great. Also, the time's still going during these phases where you can't fucking do anything. We can come up here and we can hit him using our emerald powers now, so we can actually do something with these, which is good. Because before, it was pretty bad. Let's do that. We can get 2 in with this. I think I should take it easy, but I kind of want to get another one. Okay, yeah, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Okay. Ooh. And then let's do Avatar. These are the only two that we're really going to need. I'm just trying to get in as many hits as possible in the very beginning, because that should make it a little bit easier in the long run. Plus, I only have 30 seconds left, and hopefully I don't die. Hit him one more time for me. Thank you, boys. One more time would be so cool. One more time. Okay, awesome. I don't know how many more we have left. He's going to come down. He's going to do his little hit. I kind of want you to learn as little about this phase as possible. Also, all of his... I only have 10 seconds left. I'm going to die. That's it. Like, I'm actually done. I don't know what to tell you guys. We're going to have to do it all over again. Right? Did they patch that out? No way. Bro, they patched it out. I'm telling you right now. Thank God, bro. That was the shittiest design decision I've ever seen in my life. I swear to you there was a time limit on this. I swear to you. And it was such artificial difficulty. It meant nothing, dude. It meant nothing. They ruined the game. They ruined the boss that way. It meant absolutely nothing, but we're here. We get to live. We get to continue doing our shit, bro. Let me hit. No, okay. I got him. We're done. Oh my God. Oh my God. I hate him so much. He's the worst piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. Well, that was Sonic Superstars. It ends on such a tedious, tiring note. And unless you know exactly what he's going to do, that boss is fucking bullshit. He's so bullshit. And you know what? It only gets worse, man. It only gets worse from here. Which is why I need a break. I need a little bit of a break. I forgot they had this cutscene. This one's kind of cute. Apparently, by the way, I learned this recently, thanks to the comment section. This was not animated by the same team that does the other animations. I guess they just wanted to save a little bit of money, or that was kind of the idea behind it. But it's noticeable. It shows. But still, they're cute. I like them. I'm glad that we're getting this kind of style in, especially classic Sonic games now. But yeah, that was it. That was the entire thing. Now we have this like Sonic Colors-esque ending, which is kind of cute. But yeah, final thoughts before, we close out and we put this game on hiatus until I feel emotionally stable enough to, hop back on the grind and make this shit work for Trip's story. And then apparently one of the worst bosses known to man in the final story. It's alright. I think base game is a solid 6 out of 10, and then I think once you start delving into a lot of the newer content that they have for people that have beaten the game to make it feel like it's worth $60, that's when it starts getting really, really sloppy. I've had a few comments that have scared me about Trip's story, because everyone's like, oh, I wonder how you're gonna feel about Trip's story. This is how you feel about the base game. And I don't know, man. I'm really scared to do that. I might do it in a stream. Who knows? I might do both that and the final story in a stream just to get it out of the way without putting out too much redundant content on the channel. But I think overall, for the base game, it's pretty good. And I think it's worth your time when it gets down to like $20 maybe. But I think even for 30, it's a bit of a high ask for a game that so often finds itself falling flat. And so often finds itself not being able to do what games from decades ago did. So, I don't know. Just a very, very polarizing thing. I still think this holds the same level of quality that at least Sonic Advance 1 does. So I think if you enjoy Sonic Advanced 1, you're probably going to enjoy this. I think you get a little bit more high-speed action out of this than you do Advanced 1. And it feels a little bit closer to what Classic Sonic is trying to be, even in comparison to Advanced 1. So pretty cool stuff there, I think. But the bosses kind of ruin it. The bosses are really terrible. The music is hit or miss. I barely remember any tracks from this game. I don't even know if I do remember tracks from this game. But the zones can get a little bit visually bland, and I think kind of shoots its load a little too early and makes the first two zones some of the most visually beautiful classic Sonic stages I have ever seen, and then everything else just kind of pales in comparison, and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I would like to see Arzest have another shot at this. I know they're not going to get another shot at this because this was their shot, And when something fails, Sega doesn't look at it and say, this is how we can make it better. This is how we can make people come back in 3 seconds. They look at it like, okay, on to the next thing. And that's why none of the things that they seem to do stick. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll go back to the Mania team and be like, we fucking need this. We need you. We need this game to revitalize Classic Sonic. We need you. And we'll get a fire Classic Sonic game in the style that the Mania team wanted, in, you know, the way that the Mania team wanted it to be, and we won't have to worry about companies that don't exactly know what they're doing trying to find the formula and getting close but missing a little bit. So yeah, no, that's where I'm at. Hopefully the Mania team gets another shot. I know they're doing great things with Penny's Big Breakaway, which is a really fun game. A little awkward to control in some scenarios. You have to really use your brain to make sure that you're playing that game properly. But yeah, man, I don't know. That's the big takeaway. That's how I'm feeling. These credits are way longer than I thought they were gonna be. Where's the boss designer, huh? Where's his fucking name? Where is he? The guy who ruined everything? Either way, I'm looking forward to Shadow X Sonic Generations. I'm looking forward to seeing how new content from the franchise fares moving forward. I know that there was that whole thing that recently came out where if Frontiers failed, Sonic as we know it would have gone into a hibernation status. And we probably wouldn't have gotten this game, and we probably wouldn't have gotten Dream Team, and, you know, we probably wouldn't have gotten Shadow X Sonic Generations, that type of thing. So I'm glad we're in a good spot, and we're in a place where the community has the time to argue about the fucking quills again. You know, like, as annoying as that argument is, you know, here we are. I think that it proves that we are in a spot that's pretty damn good with the franchise. And I'm glad that this game could at least provide a relatively decent time, even if it wasn't exactly everything that I wanted, exactly everything everyone wanted, really. And even if it didn't make big splashes, you know, within the game community. Even if it went on sale for $30, half price, like a month or 2 months after launch. Also, so kind of related, but this game dropping right next to Mario Wonder was so fucking bad for it. And I love how recently there was that whole news article, I forget who it was from, but like, the director of this game was like, yeah, releasing this next to Mario Wonder was not a good idea. And everyone was like, no, shit, bro. No one could have seen this coming. But yeah, that's the TLDR, 6 out of 10. I still rate it the exact same way, finishing it the second time. It's a fun game, and I'm glad I did it, and the fact that I was willing to sit through all the dog shit to get to the fun stuff shows that I do enjoy it. But it's just, you know, not ideal. Not the best thing in the world. But yeah, I'm gonna let you, you know, watch the rest of these cutscenes. I'm so tired. I'm so tapped out that I'm gonna dip, but I do want to let these guys have their moment to shine. So I will let Sonic sit here and slowly move forward while the credits roll. And I will catch you guys at another point in time with whatever I decide to do next. Until then.